The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. I was just lucky. I never wanted to be a jockey. I wanted to be a cowboy. I've always said when I thought I couldn't win, I'd retire. But I couldn't live with myself if I quit riding and then found out I could have won. Luck is a funny thing. What seemed like bad luck can end up leading to a good luck. I tried golf once, but I found it boring, repetitive, and frustrating, kind of like going to work. When you're thoroughbred racing, you're against the best athletes in the world. A horse can't tell you why it's running. A horse has only one weakness. He doesn't know how good he is. The only sport I'm any good at is fishing. It's better for me. I don't want to get down to 110 pounds to get on a horse. I like to eat and enjoy life. I never thought much about my size. I was always the shortest kid in school, but it never bothered me. I used to play hooky from school to go to the races. It wasn't really playing hooky because I wasn't enjoying school anyway. Winning a big race is exciting, but there's nothing like the feeling of being on a good horse. I think most jockeys are superstitious. I know I am. You have to be a good loser in racing. You win some, you lose more. I've ridden some horses that were better than others, but I never rode a horse that I didn't think could win. I love the smell of the track in the morning. It smells like victory. The best jockeys have a feel for the horse. It's like a sixth sense. A horse's heart is bigger than any other animal's in relation to its size. That's why they give everything they've got in a race. I don't believe in luck. I believe in preparation and hard work. It's not the size of the jockey in the race. It's the size of the race in the jockey. You can't just sit there and wait for people to give you that golden dream. You've got to get out there and make it happen. The fastest horse doesn't always win the race. It's the one who slows down the least. If you don't have a plan, you become part of somebody else's plan. It's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. A good jockey doesn't need orders, and a bad jockey couldn't carry them out anyway. I've been lucky all my life. Everything was handed to me, but I've worked hard to keep it. Every time I get thrown off, it doesn't matter. I'm going to get back on. The best jockeys have a combination of strength, skill, and strategy. I've always believed that if you put in the work, the results will come. You have to be careful not to fall in love with a horse. It's a dangerous sport, and horses come and go. I never want to quit riding. As long as I can still get on a horse, I'll keep riding. You can't let fear get in the way. You have to trust your instincts. The secret to success is to be ready when your opportunity comes. I've always loved the adrenaline rush of horse racing. It's addictive. I've had my fair share of injuries, but I've always come back stronger. A good jockey knows when to push a horse and when to hold back. You have to be patient in this sport. You can't force a horse to do something it doesn't want to do. There's nothing like the feeling of crossing the finish line first. I've never been afraid of failure. It's made me who I am today. You have to be willing to take risks if you want to succeed. I've always been competitive. I hate losing more than I love winning. You have to have a love for the sport to be successful. It's not just about the money. You have to be mentally tough to be a jockey. It's a high-pressure job. I've always been a fighter. I never give up without a fight. I've ridden some great horses in my career, but there's always room for improvement. You have to stay focused in this sport. One mistake can cost you the race. You have to be disciplined to be a jockey. It's not an easy lifestyle. I've always believed in myself, even when others didn't. You have to have a passion for the sport to be successful. It's not just a job, it's a way of life.